Hey, buddy. Well, I just pulled into the campground. This is my site. Good boy. Happy to be out of the truck? Yeah? Well, brought a bunch of gear, a little bit of firewood, and a hot tent, which I'll show you in a second. So, 5 minutes into my trip here, I just got my first issue. Look at this. My tent needs stakes to stake out, and I can't pound them through this at all, even with a hatchet and metal stakes. It's like rock solid ice, and under that it's rock solid hard pack. So we'll see what I come up with. Well, cheers. My initial thoughts are I'm going to have to tie some tie outs to any trees and anything I can reach. So I back my truck up a little closer. I'm going to have to tie a couple lines right to my truck. Wish me luck. So after some shenanigans, hey buddy, I moved the table. I'm kind of using that as an anchor point. I got my truck kind of as an anchor point. The only problem is I ran out of twine, so I don't have enough twine to go to a tree over here. So what I'm doing is I dug that out as hard as I could and pounded it in as hard as I could, which is barely anything at all, bending the stake really right down into the ice, and then I put a bunch of snow around it. And now, since I'm not sure what else to do, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to freeze all around it. Pack it in. Create kind of a nice... Oh yeah. There we go. I'll just freeze that for a few minutes. And that should get me close to where I need to be. Still more things to figure out, but awesome tent, but it's tough when you can't stake anything in the ground. And there's like no wood or rocks. Everything's buried and frozen, so it's like I can't find anything else except for what I got. I'll get back to you. Just letting them freeze up a little bit. Getting there. Definitely a process. It would have been easier if I could just set up in the snow over there. The stakes would go in way easier. But it's alright, I'll make it work. I don't think the campground wants me camping off-site, you know. So, I'll check back in later. Hey buddy, come here. I got Ghost's little jacket on. he jumped up in the truck and laid down in his bed a couple times, just because he was tired and maybe he's getting a little chilly. Not that he doesn't have a good coat to keep him warm. When you're not moving, you get cold pretty quick. And he was just kind of watching me set the tent up. So he's got his jacket on, he's all excited. Check out what I did with the tent. I actually made it work, kind of. Not a bad pitch, actually. Ready? Look at this. So all the bottom is pretty much outdone. The only thing I really kind of got to go do is like try to pull these guy-outs out a little more if I could. But I might do that. Or I might not even do that. We'll see. I got to tighten that up a little bit. I can cinch that. But look at all my snow things. See? It's freezing up nice. What a setup. I'll finish setting up and get the stove in there, and then I'll get another look at it. Just wanted to take a quick second before I set it up though. Look at this. This is the stove. Got the damper. The chimney is down there all rolled up. That's the chimney. That's the chimney. Damper and spark arrestor. It tilts to the side so I can clean the spark arrestor. Ghost! Come here. Okay, good. Hey, buddy. Good. Ghost wanders sometimes. You gotta check on him. Anyway, just wanted to show the stove. And then it's just all sheets of titanium that screw together with these little rods. Finally making some progress here. Sun already went down. Pretty dark out. It's like 5 o'clock. Took a long time to figure that out, I will say. Looks pretty good though. I actually got it with enough room to set up for me. I got the liner all done up. Spent a good hour at least doing that last night. This is how you do. You're supposed to do this. I watched a YouTube video from Seek Outside, and this is how you do it for the stovepipe, to kind of get away from the stovepipe a little bit, because it's right there. Nice. Nice little setup. I'll get my chair set up over there. You know, I got room for a ton of gear back here. I could have pulled this out a little more over here. Could even like put a cot over there or something, but I didn't feel the need to. It was so much work to get whatever I had, the basic setup. Not bad though, huh? Staked off the truck and everything else I could find. Came out pretty good though. It just started. It's a bunch of pine. All right, time to get warm. This is the damper right here. That little slot right there, you see it's glowing red. It just slides right in, and that's how you slow the flow down. And this is, like I said earlier, I think, this is the spark arrestor that you can turn sideways to dump any creosote that's fallen down onto it, because not only does it stop what's coming up, it also stops what's coming down, so you don't want to clog it. So it's a great way to unclog it. Although, see how I made a mistake is putting it right above the stove. I should have put it over here. So right now it's roaring hot. Wow, my hand's burning. Just look how hot that is. It's glowing. All in all, success. Time to get comfy. Hey, Ghost. Alright, I just finally sat in the tent and closed the door, and it's now finally just getting really hot in here. Feels really good. But I got the old Pop's tent fan here. I mean, stove fan. The thing's awesome. I actually gave it to him for Christmas a few years back, I think. But I was like, hey, let me borrow this and try it on the stove. It's kind of heavy for this size stove. I mean, this titanium is pretty awesome, and it will hold a good pan or whatever, no big deal, but it's kind of heavy right on the middle. So I was like, you know what if I just don't even put it on it? What if I just put it right next to it? So I got the heat sensors right up next to the base of it, it's pointed up. So it'll probably push the heat up, but then hopefully move it. I don't just want the heat up, I want it to move around. But I mean, once this thing gets really hot, I have a feeling it'll just be kind of circulating. And that way it'll leave room for cooking, and it won't put too much pressure on the top of this, because these stoves are awesome, but they have their limits. So a big, heavy, solid tent fan right on the top is not probably great for the structure of it. Especially if it doesn't come out past the edges, which are really strong. So I don't want to concave my top piece, or whatever the term is. See, it's picking up. It's gonna get going pretty fast, I bet. I thought about, I could always put it sideways, right on the edge. It's not too bad. But if I want to cook too, so while I cook, I'd rather have it down here. Right there for you. Yeah, I think that'll work fine. Cool. Ooh, it's hot in here. Wow, you can feel the heat pouring out of here. Can't take too much out of the cooler. It's part of a counterweight system. Same thing with that black bin over there. The more stuff I take out of it, the less intact it becomes. Oh, let's see. Lots of good stuff. Most of this is coming in. Let the cooking montage begin. Gonna do 2 different kinds of pasta. Prosciutto, cheese, Italian sausage. I'm gonna make a lemon, butter, garlic cream sauce with mushrooms and the pasta. I got fresh Parmesan, fresh parsley. I'll use most of this for this meal, but most of the butter I'll save like half of it or whatever for pancakes in the morning. Huge thing of fresh garlic. Nice little thing of chicken bouillon. Chardonnay, white wine. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Here we go. Cheers. First thing I'm gonna do is just get some water boiling so I can just cook that pasta up and kind of put it aside and then get the sauce going. Probably about half full. There we go. This guy's going on next. I just gotta prep the butter and the food on it. Look at the draft coming right up here to the electronic battery powered fan, or rechargeable, I guess you could say. Blowing down to this corner of the tent. Right on, Ghosty boy. You like that, buddy? Yeah. All that heat right down. Big thing of fresh garlic. Oh my god, you know how good that smells. Half a stick of butter and probably a whole clove of garlic right there. Not half a stick of butter yet, almost though. More butter, of course. Now we got about a half a stick of butter in there. The garlic's starting to burn a little bit. Ready? So now we got to make a roux. I'm going to put the flour in a second. So now I got to turn the stove down, definitely, and make a roux. I got a bunch of awesome butter and garlic right here. Ready? And I'm going to close down here. I'm going to shut the intake down. Burning myself too much. Okay, and then this tab slides into here. I'll probably do like most of the way for now. Just damp it down good. Okay. So let's add some flour. Nice. So you want to see? Look at that. I just threw in more butter and my bouillon. Yep, my finger already tastes delicious, by the way. So let's mix that roux up with more butter, chicken bouillon. Now we got a little plastic thing of wine. No idea the order I'm supposed to add this, but I got fresh squeezed lemon juice with shaved lemon zest off the outside of the lemon. I really don't want this to curdle. I'm going to go for the cream going in towards the very end, I think, hopefully. I really hope it doesn't curdle. Oh yeah, nice. It smells so good and lemony too right now. Add some half and half. Some of it definitely just took a leap right off the front. Nice. I got a little bit left, but we'll see how it sets up here. Can always add that later. Parmesan cheese. Freshly grated. Fresh chopped parsley. Gotta add the mushrooms from earlier. Oh yeah. All right, since I'm keeping you on this journey here of the dinner, ready? See if I don't spill this. Looks so good. Ghost is staring at me. Can you see him? Oh yeah. Hey buddy. He's well fed though. I gave him a lot of good stuff. Now it's time for me to eat. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. The fresh lemon. Wow. Me and Ghost are all snuggled in for the night. Buddy. Get the stove damped down pretty good. And load it up. Should be good for the night. Alright. Good night, buddy. Ghosty boy always takes the best seat in the house. I was adjusting my stove last night and my pipe popped out of, when I was doing that, my pipe popped out of the damper, and then in a pinch just to get it back in, I ended up just putting it inside of the damper, which is still pretty functional, but not fully. Like, I mean, I can't flip the spark arrestor over while it's like that. So I'm curious to see what it looks like when I take it apart, see if there's anything on it. But it's working pretty good overall. One thing since my stakeouts were so poor, and kind of jerry-rigged, I end up setting the tent up really high as a fault of that. So I have a little bit too much gap underneath for sure. And every time a breeze comes, it blows in a little bit. But I made it work. It wasn't ideal pitching conditions, so warm enough. But I think if I was able to drop it down like 6 inches, it would be like way warmer in here. Anyway, warm enough to be comfy though, at least. But I can go way warmer. Max comfort. That's what the channel's called. Right, Ghost? Max comfort.